Thanks for talking to us. Start of another week, another hard-working week, as you can imagine, with games in the middle of that. Just looking back over the last few hours, a couple of games done and dusted. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. It's been a good start. Pre-season games can often be tricky. I feel like the main reason for them is to get minutes in the legs and in the bank and to stay injury free. It's you don't often say that result comes second to that, but I think during pre-season, in my opinion anyway, it does. But then also to actually win the games is obviously makes it more enjoyable and much more worthwhile. But yeah, the main thing is no injuries and testing things out, different systems, different personnel, and I think we've done that, and I think we look in good shape.
It's all scheduled out for you in terms of the way the fixtures lie, and obviously a couple of non-league games done and dusted. Then up against a Premier League opposition who are a bit behind in terms of how much work they've done, but again, it was a step up for yourself and the rest of your lads.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, Wolves have got to, when they look at when the gaffer wrote their team out, you could see people like, he's a good player, he's bought for 40 million. They had some really good players out, and bar the first 10 minutes where I don't think that we had a kick. I think that the game, we controlled the game, and we played some really good stuff that we've been working on in training. People look fit, and relationships were being formed with new players. So overall, the day was a real positive, including, as I said, the bonus of getting the 1-0 win as well. I know I'm a little bit contradicting myself talking about the result, but it is nice to build up momentum going into the season, which we've started doing nicely.
I'm going to turn the clock back 12 months ago now, and probably this time 12 months ago, you might have been walking around Marks and Spencer's or taking the little one out for a walk or whatever, where you weren't sort of settled down in where you were going. But that all changed. But it was a little bit late into what I'm trying to say, into your pre-season training. So are you benefiting yourself? Do you feel you're benefiting? You're there from day one of pre-season all the way through now to the end of it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm the first one to hold my hand up and say I absolutely hate pre-season. It's not for me. But being there, I'd like to say I've been there and done it many years now, and I've missed some and I've completed some. And for sure, when you complete them, it stands you in a much better place for the games, and more importantly for the first game of the season. But yeah, even now, I think I actually was looking back at a text between myself and you, and I know that the season started later, but I don't think I came in until August last year. And yeah, I mean, the training was tough, but they'd sort of got the bulk and the foundation work that you need to get into your legs. They'd done that, so I missed that. So I definitely felt it the first couple of games into the season, probably more than a couple of games, first 5 or 6 games. It takes a bit of time to get used to. So definitely coming in from the start and getting all the work done, not missing anything, physically and also psychologically, mentally, it gets you ready, and you feel much better in yourself to go and complete a game and complete 90 minutes.
The one thing that always happens, there's always newcomers coming, and players have gone out, and the manager will still be looking to bring in other newcomers. A good sort of effort there to have fight for places, isn't it? And that's what you want. That also spurs you on as well.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, there is such a good group here where it's up there with one of the best that I've seen for if somebody does take your place for a game, then the other person is so supportive, really wants that person and the team to do well. And I'll tell you, it's not like that everywhere. So to have that, it's a real plus, and it can only help the team. As you say, bringing people in, mean, it's credit to everyone who works at the club tirelessly, because the standard of play that we get in, and again, I think it's well documented, we don't pay as high as other clubs. So to bring the people in that we have done, there was Omar last year, Mika this year, Longy, a few others to just to reel a few off. It's a credit to them to bring that standard of player in, because they're definitely helping the team, and that's what you want. And as I said before, competition for places is always healthy.
Well, you gave me one of my broadcasting highlights, of course, when you captained the team and won at Wembley a few years ago. You got the captain's armband back at the weekend. You'll be fairly quietly honoured about that, even though it's a friendly game. I think you like to wear that captain's armband.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it was, it's like you say, the pride and the honour to wear the armband for the club that I love, growing up, coming to since I was 7. It was a nice feeling. It was a pre-season game. I sort of know the script. It does. When I say it doesn't mean as much to me, it definitely does. But I sort of also know that when I took it when I was younger, what that did for me in myself and how it brought my game on. So I know the script. If if Dave sees that opportunity to give it to one of the young up and coming players, I'm all for that, because what it did for me when Steve gave it to me, I feel like it really did bring me on. So if that will help somebody else do that, then I'm more than happy for them to take the armband. Obviously, it's again, if he offers it to me, I'll snap his hand off.
Just have a quick look at League One, Murph, because it looks really tasty, doesn't it? When you see that, not just that the clubs that are in it, but it's what they're doing to try and get out of it as well. You're talking about 10 or 12 clubs who are trying desperately to get out of it by splashing out massive money.
Yeah, they are. That doesn't always work. It might work, and that's the route that clubs can and want to go down. Then fair play to them. We work a little bit differently. I'm sure if you gave David a big pot of money, he'd be happy. But yeah, I mean, the team that springs to mind is Wigan. Wigan have seem like they're having a real good go. So yeah, it'll be interesting. There's no easy game in this league. We've got Cheltenham first game. We went there in the FA Cup and struggled. They beat us, so we're looking to put that right come the first game.
Well, let's look ahead then to what is going to be a very sort of emotional but great sort of game to be staging. And well done to both Crewe and Stoke for staging this game for youngster Ashton Newman. Before we just get into it, it's Stoke City coming. There's a certain Nick Powell going to be in that squad, Murph.
Yeah, I think everybody at Crewe knows what Nick's about. The ability he has is frightening, to be honest. I've spoken to many people that have played with him at Wigan over the years, and they all say the same. So his ability is unquestionable. Obviously, the game is for a very special cause, as he said, for Ashton. I hope it all runs smoothly. And yeah, you said before off air that Nick might flip one over my head. So I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm sure that the game's going to be good, and we've not played Stoke in how many years? I'm sure you'll know. You don't know?
I do know. Yeah, we did actually play them not too long ago, but they actually didn't send the first team. They ended up sending the under 23s, and didn't go down very well. But this is going to be definitely the first team coming. So.
Yeah, no, as I said, it's for such a special cause. What Ashton's been through, and his mum and his family. We're all there to support him, and like you say, credit to Stoke as well. They've done exactly the same. So yeah, what an occasion, and we're all looking forward to it.
There's no doubt about it. They're well into their pre-season training as well. They're just coming off the back of a week in Ireland. It will be a competitive game. Yes, it's for a great cause, and we want as many fans from both sets of teams to come along and support the occasion. But the game will be played at a competitive level, won't it?
For sure, it's a derby, and it's been hammered home that it's a derby from everyone on our side. I'm sure it's the same their side. I'm sure there's no love lost between the fans. So yeah, I'm sure songs will be getting sung, abuse at the players, I'm sure, but that's what we've all missed. So yeah, for sure, if you're thinking that you might stay at home and listen to your boring voice on the radio, think again, because I'm sure tackles will be flying, and it's definitely going to be an exciting game.